Hi everyone, in this video we first have to complete the square and write the equation of the circle in standard form. So the equation is x squared plus y squared plus 4x plus 4y plus 7 equals 0. And looks like it says the equation in standard form is, so the first thing we have to do is group all the x's together and group all the y's together. So we have x squared and then plus 4x. Now we'll group the y's together, so y squared plus 4y. Then we just subtract the 7 from both sides, so we get -7. Okay, so that's the first step, and then we complete the square. So I'm going to rewrite this piece. So x squared plus 4x plus, and when you complete the square here, you just take this number and divide it by 2 and square it. So 4 over 2 is 2, and then when you square 2, you get 4. So plus 4. Then you do the same thing here. So plus y squared plus 4y. Then again, you take this number and you divide it by 2 and you square it. So 4 over 2 is 2, 2 squared is 4. Then here you added a 4 to this side and to this side twice. We added 4 and 4. So here we have a -7, and we also have to add it twice. Okay, so plus 4 plus 4. This piece here, this is called a perfect square trinomial, and it will always factor. It'll look like this. And you just take this number and divide it by 2, always. So 4 over 2 is 2. No matter what, every time, always works. Then same thing here. This plus hangs out. And then we just take this number and divide it by 2. So 4 over 2 is 2. And this is equal to, let's see, so this is going to be 8 plus -7, so just 1. So that's the equation in standard form. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and type it into the homework to make sure everything works okay. So parentheses x plus 2 parentheses squared, and plus, and then y plus 2 parentheses squared, and then equals 1. Whoops, equals 1. There we go. I'm going to click check answer, and hurrah, it worked. It says the center of the circle is, so to find the center, you just switch the signs. So there's a +2 here, and there's a +2 here, so the center will just be -2, -2. So that's the center. And just in case it asks us for the radius, you just take the square root of this number here. So that's 1, so r is 1. So let's go ahead and type in those answers as well. So let's see, parentheses, -2, -2, and then hit enter. Yes! And the radius is 1, so let's type that in as well. So 1. Check answer, worked okay. Good. It says, use the graphing tool to graph the circle. So I'm going to click this to enlarge the graph. And then we have to pick the circle tool. So the circle graph, that's this one here. So I'm going to click on the circle graph. And it says, click the graph to plot the center of your circle. So the center is -2, -2. So that's right there. And it says it in the top right corner right here. Well, now it doesn't say because I moved my mouse. But see here, it says 10, 5. So it'll say -2, -2 when I go to it. Yep, -2, -2. Then it says, click the graph to plot a point on your circle. Well, our radius is 1. So all we have to do is maybe just go up by 1. I didn't go up by 1. So here we're at -2, -2. It's really tricky. So where am I? Let's see, -2, -2. Go up by 1. That would put me here. There we go. Such a tiny circle. Click save. Check answer. Yay! And that's it. We got it right. So I hope that made sense.